Rising is going to take centuries, you know.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So what specific things they
I
might be thinking
think,
about?
I don't know.
Is there like a particular country where they think that agriculture is vulnerable or whatever else?
Yeah, that's a good question. I haven't been privy to these kinds of, operational plans. To prepare for climate change. What I can say, going back to this General Boyd, he basically got this idea because he says, when I was at UConn, I formed a friendship with the UN High Commissioner for Refugees. And I was seated next to her at a dinner, and when I told her about this project that I was running, which was the U.S. Commission on National Security 21st Century, commonly known as the Hart-Redmond Commission. Commission's reports, which were issued in advance of 9/11, predicted an attack on the homeland, by the way. Which is the second time I've heard today that we were told about preeminent attacks, by the way. The other was the leader of Afghanistan told us. So I was seated next to her at this dinner, and when I told her about the project, she said, you cannot talk about security without talking about the movement of people. And she said we had to come to Geneva, so the UN High Commissioner for Refugees, who are planning and know about movements of refugees. He went there, he spent some time, he pored over maps, he looked at causes of dislocations, ethnicity, national religious fragmentation, and she kind of showed him. I mean, I've never worked on, Joint Chiefs of Staff J2, they're doing these kinds of plans, or UCOM J2, but I can imagine that they bring in all sorts of open source reporting, intelligence reporting. And it's a good question, have they openly bought into the science of climate change to the point where they are factoring calculations into their war planning? I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know if that would even be admitted. But it's a question I need to take to experts, actually. It's a question I need to take to experts.
It behooves them that the ice caps melt, because then they can transition between oceans a lot easier.
Right.
Shorter routes. I mean,
It would take a long time. It's not like I'm not
so it's like, I guarantee you they're thinking about it.
Or you mentioned like the sea level rise at airbase. I mean, that sea level rise is going to take a century. Just move there.
No, but they said there are currently 30 installations that are potentially in trouble.
Right. Like right now.
Well, I don't have the time frame.
Yeah.
That's also a good question.
Biloxi
How
got
urgent
swamped.
is it?
Biloxi got swamped. They have these like, yeah, when Katrina hit, I mean, they literally have berms, and I mean, the whole base got flooded. And you got Guam, and that's like a major stop-off depot between, shipping in the Pacific.
Right.
I mean, it's literally like right at the ocean.
Right.
I mean, there's a nice golf course out there that might get swamped,
Yeah.
All right, I guess we'll go and wrap it up here. If you guys have any more questions, I'm sure she'd be more than happy to field a couple more individually. I guess on behalf of the Kentucky Energy Club, thanks for coming out this semester. If we don't see you during the mentorship meeting, have a great rest of the semester, and we'll see you next semester.
And thank you, Dr.
Yeah,
Clausen.
thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Clausen.